Hello guys, this is the work at home maiden back with another video. If you're watching my videos a lot, you're going to hear this a couple times because I made like 2 or 3 videos in the beginning that I felt like weren't the best quality. So I'm going back now and remaking them so that they're more helpful and you can hopefully get more information from them. But I made a video on rev.com, which is a website that you can work for or on. You can work for Rev doing transcription and captions and translations. And the original video was about how to apply for Rev, but I think I'm going to go in depth a little bit more than that. So let's start here. To apply for Rev, if you just go to their rev.com, you have to go all the way to the bottom. Apply for work. If you want, you can watch the video. It's just people with their testimonials about working for rev.com. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that right now. But anyway, you choose whichever position you're applying for. Then you can see if you're trying to transcribe 40 to 65 cents per minute. You get paid on Mondays. Flexible hours. They don't schedule you at all. So if you don't feel like working one day or working 1 month, you don't have to hop on there and do anything. You choose your own projects, and from what I've seen already, there's always work to do, but I haven't been doing transcription on there very long. Okay, so you apply now. You put in your name here, and your last name, your email, how you found Rev. Looks like my box is moving here. There we go. You put in work information. They want to know if you have any experience, which is not required, but they just, I guess, like to know if you have any. They ask you to upload your resume, even though that's not required. It's optional. And after you finish doing that, they want you to take a grammar test, which I believe is 10 questions, and they ask you to it's a multiple choice, if I remember correctly. And once you finish that, you go on to the writing part. And the writing portion, you have to write. You have 600 characters available, and you have to write about your hometown. Things to see in your hometown, the popular foods in your hometown. There was another question that I can't remember right now. But it doesn't have to be too long. It just has to be grammatically correct. And then you move on to the transcription part of the application. And that part you have, if I remember correctly, it was a 2-minute video that you have to listen to and transcribe. And before you do that, they want you to read their style guide, which was 18 slides of a presentation, and it took me maybe like 20 to 30 minutes to read all the slides. They weren't extremely packed, so it's not like you're going to be reading and reading and reading and reading and reading forever. It's just like bullet points. of the important information that they want you to know. So, and if you don't like to read, you can just use an extension. I've got, this is called Speak It, where you highlight something and then you have it read it to you when it wants to. There it goes. So yeah, if you don't like to read, that's something that can help you. Then you submit it, and it took them a day to get back to me with their decision, which was luckily an acceptance email. So that's how you apply for Rev, and that's what you can expect while you're applying for the transcription part. And let me see if I can just go back here. If you don't want to do the transcription, you can do the captioning thing, and that's pretty awesome. I applied for that, but I did something, I don't know what happened, honestly. I submitted the video and it didn't go through, so unfortunately I was rejected. So if you want to make sure you're going to get hired, turn in your stuff on time. So there. You can earn 40 cents to 75 cents per minute doing videos, which is pretty darn awesome. You get paid via PayPal for all of the Rev things that you would do. You put in your name, your email. You have basically the same information for the first two tabs. Excuse me. So, except for this one, they make you do a speed test for your computer, where they send you to speedsomething.com, and it tests the speed of your computer. So if your computer is really, really slow, you're probably not going to be able to get hired here. But anyway, after that, you've got the grammar test, and you have the same test, the same writing test that you could take for the transcription part. And then you have to transcribe a video. I've looked for that video. I can't find it on YouTube, so I'm not going to be able to tell you what the video is called. But it's about 2 minutes, and you just write what you hear. You follow the instructions. They also have a style guide they want you to use for captioning, which is pretty much the same as the one for transcription. But after you read that, you can go ahead and do the captioning for that video, and they have their own software, so you kind of have to learn it before you can do that video. And they are pretty good about giving you all the information you need so that you can get all of the captioning done properly. And then after that, you send in your video. They want you to format it a certain way, which you'll find out about when you get to that point. You send it in. About a day later, they say, "Oh, this video captioning was pretty awesome. So here's a second one. We just want you to do it so that you make sure you've got the hang of it before we hire you." And then after you finish doing that second video, which for me, it was Stephen Colbert, I believe, and he was talking to, I forget what her name was, but it was a Stephen Colbert video, which was slightly more challenging, but it wasn't that difficult. After you finish doing that video, you send it in the same way, and then 24 hours later you get a decision whether you've been hired or not. So that's how you do the captioning part of it. I am not 100% sure how to do the translator part, but I'm pretty sure it's probably the same. Situation. So they probably want you to take the grammar part in the language that you're applying to translate. So yeah. To recap, to apply, you have to go to rev.com, go down to the bottom, click apply, click the thing that you want to do, whether it be transcription, translation, or captioning. Then you fill in your personal information, you take a grammar test, you do a short writing essay, and then you either transcribe, caption, or translate whatever you're applying for. And then you send that in. You actually have to, before you send that in, before you translate, caption, or translate, or transcribe rather, you have to read the style guide, which will be a slideshow and probably a couple other documents. And once you get your decision, you might have to do another transcription, or actually I didn't have to do another transcription, but I did have to do another captioning for a video. So you have to do another captioning for a video. I'm not quite sure if you're going to have to do another translation, but after you're finished doing that test, you'll get your decision and you'll be able to start working or start looking for a different job or opportunity. Rev.com does not take any taxes out of your pay. You're going to have to keep up with that information on your own. So, make sure you keep up with that so you're not in trouble with the IRS. I believe Rev hires people from out of country. It's not just people from the US. So, there's that. So, yeah. If you're going to apply for Rev, I hope you get hired there. And if you don't get hired, you can always come see me at workathomemaiden.com. I write about working online, saving money, and spending time with your family. All those other mommy things. As you can see, this is my job leads board. I'm going to update here in the next couple days so there'll be fresh job leads. And I hope this video helps someone. Again, my website is www.workathomemaiden.com. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys again pretty soon. Ta-ta for now.